Welcome back to another Go game. This one's all gas, no brakes, so let's get into it from the get-go. We're up against a 10Q. I was 13Q. This one's super recent, just a couple weeks ago. My rating has slipped a little bit recently because I've been playing some stronger opponents and I've lost a lot of games. But Black had the first move and took the bottom right-hand corner. We each take a corner and giddy up. So, like I said, this game is all gas, no brakes. Right off the bat, we get aggressive with an attack kind of in this middle. Right, we got a spot here with a black stone here. Conservative play would be to extend down, but nope, we're going to try and jump in the middle. Black has to kind of respond to that, and we push over to the right, sure. Black extends down, just as you would expect, and then again, big open space in the middle. What are we going to do? We're going to attack it. Black ignores. Interesting. We do the exact same thing we did up here, where we got the two stones. Black's got two stones. Black's trying to attack my corner. No way. I like this one because not only are we sort of attacking these two, if he does the same play as last time, he's going to go right here, right? Because he's going to want to form a bit of a framework. But if he does that, I just have to bounce off again one more time, right? And I can play here, I can play here, and all of a sudden, I have half the left-hand side of the board there. So, what does Black do? Nothing. Ignores it and pushes over towards the right. Interesting. I take that play anyway. I like it. Okay, getting aggressive again. Down here, gonna force Black into... Oh, never mind. Black's gonna try and force me, but you know what? I'm probably gonna steal the corner then. Yeah, this did not turn out super great for Black, right? Because he's on the run out of here now. And meanwhile, like, realistically, I'm gonna end up stealing that corner. Black's doing a good job of taking this, though. I don't know if I'll jump in the middle there at some point, but if Black takes that, he's got the bottom of the board for sure. I'm gonna threaten to cut. I like that. It gives me kind of a free play because you're threatening to cut through there, so Black has to respond, link up, and it just gives you an extra play. So now instead of just having one stone on its own, you have a second one. It's just that much stronger. It gives a little bit of support to this stone, and you can kind of build that framework. And there we go, continuing to steal the corner. Fair enough, because this group of two was a little bit lonely, right? It definitely needed a player or two down here just to kind of bolster that corner. Black's going to attack. Sure, there we go. As of there, we have stolen the corner. That is now ours. Big steal for us. And Black he's going to be alive, but he's running out. He hasn't captured any real territory with these stones, and he's still running. So that's a win for me. I'd say we've pulled ahead here a little bit in the last couple plays. I like that play by Black. That's really nice, actually, because he's basically sealed up this gap here at the bottom, and he's also just giving a little bit of support to that group that's on the run, right? Because he's got a connection here, but now he can probably connect up there. It just gives him that second little out that he can sneak out to if he needs to. Okay, strengthen the right-hand side of the board. I like that. It's not super aggressive. It's just... We've really expanded that. It just gives us such a better safety net there, while also threatening to push up underneath, right? Black ignores and starts to attack my corner instead. Sure. That worked out pretty well for me. Basically got that whole left-hand side. I can still definitely attack this group of two right here, because I can cut that off right now. And then all of a sudden I have literally the whole left-hand side of the board. So we'll see. Black doesn't want that to happen. That's an aggressive play by Black. Because I can play this in two ways. I can run out this way, kind of the safe play, maybe three ways. I could also attack this black stone by playing something like this, like D10, which really puts the pressure on that stone. He's got to kind of sneak out this way. But then you're going to be sacrificing that space too. Or a third option would be jumping down and playing like here or here, or maybe here, something like that, and trying to create a little bit of a base here while still like threatening to link up underneath this way, still having the option to maybe connect up to this group up here, or I could still potentially run out to the middle of the board. But I have no idea what I did because this is from like a month ago, and we attacked. Sure enough, all gas, no brakes. That's what I said. I should have known better. Of course I attacked in this game. Here we go. We attacked that stone. What's he going to do? Kind of attacks right back. Sure. Put him into Atari. We got a nice forcing move. All right, he just sacrifices it. So that was probably the correct play, right? Because we lost nothing. We gained that kill. We still keep that left-hand side is solid. We have more than half of the board there. And we're totally safe. And now, not only that, we have the opportunity to run into the center of the board, and we've split them, right? So now we've split here so that this group is kind of on its own. There was a chance he's going to link up here, right? And if black got a nice solid line all the way, like sort of through there, that's very strong. Don't want that. It makes it very easy to capture space there in the middle of the board. So just by splitting it and giving myself an opportunity to run in there, and I can kind of cause havoc in every direction, right? And it just really makes it difficult for black to steal that space. Anyway, moving on. All gas, no brakes. Safe play there by black. Actually kind of like it because it's really building out this framework you can see here, and he's going to have a pretty strong position on the bottom of the board, and maybe try and eat that up. Hey, look at that. Exactly what we don't want. We just kind of drew a circle there. Like, we're going to throw in the middle. There's enough space where I can jump right, I can jump left, I can push down if I need to, and maybe pop into this space to live. And I can definitely also push up to the middle of the board. So it's just, I have a lot of options to sneak out or live, and also to just cause a little bit of chaos and not allow him to settle. Because maybe I can split here, I can split through here, and then all of a sudden, like, these 4 stones are on their own, or these 4 stones are on their own, or this group's on its own, and all of a sudden, maybe he doesn't have the eyes to live, and I can kill one of those off, and then this game is basically over. So I'm at an advantage right now in that I'm ahead a little bit, and I think I can be aggressive. And sometimes that's the best way to play these games. You get ahead, you don't want to be crazy aggressive, but you just keep putting the pressure on, and your offense kind of helps your defense, and then your opponent's always on their back foot, and it makes it tough to come back. So how does black respond? Super interesting. Doesn't respond. I feel like that's a bad play. This did almost nothing. Like, his corner up here is safe anyway. He doesn't need this stone to live. Hasn't really taken any space away from me. It's given him a chance to push out this way, but this guy needs to capture territory, and he got like 2 or 3 points out of that. Don't love that at all. And plus, he didn't address this. This gives me a free play down here, which I'm assuming I'm going to play something down here now. No. All right. I probably should have. But now I'm threatening to cut up here and kind of undo what he's trying to accomplish up here. I don't know. But he just ignored it and played kind of another interesting play here. I guess he's trying to create some eyes in here for this long group. But like, realistically, he'll be able to make this connection. So I don't know. Those last 2 plays by black, I don't love. I guess, you know what? This one, it did start to encircle my 1 stone a little bit. So then that does kind of force me to run up this way, right? I don't want to get circled up too badly there. So fair enough. That wasn't such a bad play. Black next. Pushes up further. Interesting. I threaten to cut through. I like that. Just gives me that 1 extra little stone in there just for a little bit of support. I can still run up this way, no problem. And I have a tiger's mouth in here now, which is the making of my first eye for this group. If I can't link up, that's probably where 1 eye will end up, right? If I have to have a standalone group down here somewhere. Which ideally I don't have, but we'll see. And there we go. So now we're getting a little bit of a framework. We have 4 stones, and you can start to see, hey, I can push this way, I can push down here, I can still run up this way, I can maybe connect, and I'm probably getting an eye in there too to live. So black's going to try and seal me off, sure, but now we're just getting some sort of free plays in there. And you can see black is just, he's thinking aggressively, he's thinking to get this kill, right? He wants to kill this off. He's got me fully... I shouldn't say that. I was going to say he's got me fully circled up. He's got me circled up to like here. This is still open. pretty sealed up there, and he's trying to seal me up here. I don't think he's going to be able to, though. Because I did give him a free play there. No, but so there we go. And it might not have been obvious, but there was enough space just to sneak down here. And maybe not even to capture a lot of territory, but just to take it away from black. And maybe to get an eye. I actually might need this to survive, but the fact that I could get down there is great. But it's looking realistic. Like, I'll definitely get an eye in here somewhere. I can maybe get one here. You know, there's a chance I can get one down here now. So the chances of this group in the middle of the board living, I think, are looking better and better. Black threatens to cut. Sure, we strengthen up. Black throws in. Interesting. Okay. Fair enough. It was pretty loose in there. I think he's going to end up sacrificing that stone, but he might limit me to one eye in this space by doing that, so it's probably a good play. Okay, now he's thinking he's maybe got me, right? But I still think I'm alive down there, because I'm basically sealed up now. Fully sealed all the way around, except, you know, there's still a little bit of space down here. But I'll get one eye in here somewhere. If I can get another one at the bottom, we're all good. And there we go. There's the beginnings of that. Push to the right, threatening this stone. Now we're pushing left. And these two here is what prompts this play, because if I can make that connection, all of a sudden this little group of black stones is cut off from everything, and I can kill that off, and then I've got a huge group down here that's totally safe. So I'm threatening there. I like that. This goes with the all gas, no brakes theme. We're getting aggressive. We're pushing in. Now that black I think it's probably safe to say that he is going to link up here. I don't think I'm going to kill that off. I would worry about this a tiny bit. This needed a little bit of work. I only have 4 stones down there. Black could do some damage. There we go. Bingo. A couple extra plays, and that just feels so much safer. Black has fully linked up, so he's going to be fine. Interesting. We're attacking this single stone. I think the thinking behind that, I do like that. It's anytime you can force a move and put another group into Atari, often it's a good thing to do. It's cut these two off a little bit. And if I can maybe threaten these two, or if I can kill that one off, great, because then I can kind of link up. But it's just putting the pressure on them a little bit, because this group is it's definitely not settled and fully guaranteed to be alive at this point. I think it will be, but it needs a little bit of work. So anytime you can threaten those peripheral groups that are keeping it boxed in, like that stone there, that one there, I mean, that's great. Because if you can get a kill, then you just increase your chances of survival by a ton. Okay, black responds, whatever. Okay, interesting. That's an aggressive play by black. And I like it, because he's going to end up getting a kill with that. Yep. Threaten there. Ooh, he did a good job that he might have... I blew it down here. He might have just killed my group off, right? Push to the right. Sure. Ooh, interesting. I think I did live. I think I'll end up with an eye down here. I misplayed that a little bit. I got a little too carried away, and I could have made that eye easier, but I'm going to get an eye here now, right? Because I can either link up here or link up here. Or maybe not. If black plays here, and I go here, and I take him, he's going to go connect them with them. Yeah, I can take that spot. He could go there and put me into Atari, but then I take him, he's going to take me. Yeah, I think I'm safe down here. I think this would all end up linking up. And then if I get this eye, then, I mean, I'm guaranteed one more in there, and then we're safe. So maybe I should just check the score. What's the computer think? Computer thinks I'm alive. Computer thinks black is up by 10 points. Interesting. That's super interesting. I thought I had a bit of an advantage here. Let's trace out our territory. We got, make it quick. We got the left-hand side there. We're going to get something there. Not really getting counted right now. We got a little chunk there. This right now it's giving this to black. That's part of it. That's why I think that's incorrect. I've got the bottom right-hand corner. And that's easily 10 points right there, which would put me up by 10, right? Take away 10 from black, give 10 to me, we'd be up by 10. So I think that's the discrepancy. Anyway, carrying on. Okay, I like this. Again, being aggressive, we're attacking right now. It's expanding my group here that's alive, and we're coming out this way. But look at black's group, right? That's, if you kind of roughly trace it, that's what he's got, and I'm pushing into the heart of that to try and do some damage. So I like that. Black has to respond. Sure. Don't know if I like that play. Looks like we might get a... maybe not. Nope. Tari, sure. Yeah, we lost a stone up there, but whatever. No big deal. Okay, yeah, fair enough on this play because this group here needs a little bit of work. Only 2 stones. 118 moves into the game, and that group only has 2 stones. Needs a little bit of support. Everything else at this point, I think, is pretty safe. Down here, could use a little bit, but bottom right-hand side needs to be settled up too, but whatever, it's fine. Carrying on, what do we got? Black's pushing up there. We're going to settle the right-hand side of the board. We're going to settle the bottom now. Lovely. I can probably fly through the rest of this. Black getting aggressive, trying to take a point or two. Trying to sneak into the upper right-hand corner. Oh, and we do sneak in. Look at that. Love that. So we definitely won a little bit of space up here, right? Expanded my right-hand group. Love that. Black ended up with a nice little group here, though. Let me retrace that. Like, that's that's all one group. Yeah, that's pretty solid. That's a nice chunk of the board. And maybe, let's estimate the score now. White by 3.2. Okay, so the computer's kind of evened out this, giving me that back in the bottom right, and then we've evened it up elsewhere. But I still think I'm probably ahead here. It's not really counting the bottom left. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Yeah, black gets aggressive up there. He's going to lose a stone. We seal it up. Easy peasy. Take the kill. Yeah, this is just going to be a lot of endgame stuff. We can probably fly through the rest of this. Black trying to push in there. Fair enough. I'm not going to let that happen. Looks like he's going to kill off 1 stone. Sure. Yeah, we finalized our eyes. Right, we got 1 here, we got another one in here, and officially alive, finally. So we're officially alive down here, officially alive over here, we're totally alive up here, left-hand side's looking good. Everything's safe, easy peasy. Let's check the score now that things are like basically settled. White by 36. So the computer just, wasn't giving me credit for some of this. I think down here, and certainly down here for a little bit. Maybe the right-hand side of the board, we stole a nice little chunk up there. So anyway, we got kind of a strong lead at this point. Back to the board, we can fly through the end of this end game stuff. There's still a lot of moves left, but pushing, 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 and pushing. Sure, black's trying to steal a few points here and there. I don't think that's going to work out. I get all those kills. Black's aggressive. He knows he's got to make a move. He's trying to take back the right-hand bottom corner. Doesn't do it. Doesn't take the left-hand upper corner. There we go. End of the game. We both passed. 246 moves in. Let's estimate the score. White by 44 points. That's a big win. And it started early. We just, against on paper, a stronger opponent. We were probably fairly evenly matched. I think I'm a little better than 13Q, but a fun game though, because we just, got aggressive from the beginning, like right off the bat, a couple moves in, right there, and then there, that one, and then there, that one, and then there, that one. So right off the bat, some well-spaced plays, like that's a nice little spacing for 4 stones. That's perfect because black can't really jump in there. We've built a little framework with only 2 stones. That turned into a group. Remember, like 140 moves into the game, it was still just 2 stones, but we did live because it's a perfect little framework. This stone up here, we ended up building this whole right-hand side of the board. It's sneaking in, ending up getting like the whole corner up there. So that worked out really well. And down here, we totally stole that bottom corner. So I think we might have ended up with all the corners at the end of this game. Is that right? Yeah, we got that one. We did kind of get that one, the upper corner. We got that one and that one. Nice. It's not too often you get all 4 corners, so that's a win. And that's some free points right there. So fun game, aggressive game. And like I said, sometimes against opponents, if they're, I guess it doesn't matter if they're stronger or weaker. Sometimes you just got to put the pedal down. And if you find yourself off to an early advantage and you just kind of keep pushing, not crazily aggressive, but like, you're poking, you're jabbing. You're not going for the uppercut, knockout punch. You're just jab, 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 jab. And your opponent has to respond, and then your offense kind of helps your defense, and then you just ideally keep your advantage the whole way through the game, and the opponent doesn't have a chance to catch up. So anyway, we'll wrap it up there. Hopefully you enjoyed. Maybe you learned something. I find watching other people's games, especially having them kind of walk through it and talk through it, talk about strategy, it's a great way to learn. So hopefully you pick something up, or you saw a mistake that I made or whatever. I don't know. Let me in the comments. Let me know. People aren't shy about incorrect moves for sure that I make, so don't be afraid to point something out and make me look dumb. So let me know in the comments. Anyway, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, appreciate you. I hope you're having fun playing the game of Go. We'll see you in the next one. Let's go.